Hey everyone, this is Tim Renew from Soul Bliss Healing, and thanks for stopping by to check out this past life regression that I've just completed. So in this session, the client, Adele Lee, who you probably met before, if you've checked out some of the other videos that we've put up, she goes back to the life as a successful shaman man in service to his people. And as part of being a shaman, one of the things that they get to do is use a whole lot of psychedelics. Hey. And in one of those experiences, after taking the psychedelics, he goes out into the forest. Some pretty cool things start to happen. So check out the video, and if it resonates and if you like it, feel free to leave a comment. Otherwise, we'll catch you on the next adventure. Down to the surface.
I'm already seeing a pyramid with steps and a symbol on the door, like a light blue red symbol, like a stamp.
Can you describe what the symbol looks like?
It's a bird.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not just a bird. Looks like a bird with its wings out, but it's also got like a geometry, it's Aztec, like the sun.
Okay.
That's what it is.
And is it a big pyramid that you're looking at, or a small pyramid?
It's a small pyramid.
Mm-hmm. And as you look down at your feet, what kind of ground is it underneath you?
It's nice. It's really soft. Kind of, there's hay or something on the ground. It's warm.
Okay. And what's on your feet?
Nothing.
So you're barefoot?
Bare feet. Yeah.
Okay. And what colour's your skin?
I'm darker.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And as you look further up your body, what kind of clothing are you wearing?
I'm wearing like a brown leather outfit with kind of like a lapel at the front and a bag on the side.
Mm-hmm.
A brown bag, and it's belted around me, and I've got something on the front, but I don't usually wear it, only in time of ceremony.
Well, what does that look like?
Like feathers with shells, feathers and shells mixed with the same sort of symbol
Okay.
that I see on the front door.
So it matches the one on the front door?
Yeah, I'm really big. I'm buff.
Okay.
Like,
So you're male or female?
I'm male.
Okay. Do you feel young or old?
Middle-aged.
Middle-aged. And how do you feel health-wise?
I'm very healthy.
Very healthy? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Hold on, there's something on my leg.
What was that?
There's something near my groin.
What is it?
Pain. I don't know.
Okay. Has that been there for long?
Like a hip replacement thing. I don't know. It's going down my leg now.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. And so as you continue to look around, what does the area look like? Can you describe it?
I'm in the Amazon jungle.
Okay. And do you see any other people or anything else?
Not yet.
Okay.
They're coming.
Are you expecting people?
Yes.
Who are you expecting?
Some women and some men to bring in the things that we need to set up inside the pyramid.
Okay. What are they setting up?
We're praying. We're setting up a what do you call it? Like an altar, and then and we're setting up special things to eat. like mushrooms and stuff. And there's a perfume, there's a smell, there's a wood.
Okay.
And a resin or a wood
Mm-hmm.
to burn. And I'm singing, or I'm going to be chanting.
Chanting. Okay.
No, yeah.
So you're part of a group that does this regularly, or
Yes.
how regularly do you do these things?
We do it once a month, and we do it with mushrooms and with something else like a cactus. That's it. And we do it as a service, an offering to the village and to other villages as well.
Okay. What purpose does that serve? Do you have to?
For healing and for opening people's minds up.
Okay. So how does that work? How does the ceremony help open people's minds?
We have we've been taught traditionally how to bring this down. We hold the ceremony so that people can drink the cactus or they can eat the mushroom to feel and step into the other world. And the worlds where the spirits lie, and they tell you where your problems are or what you need to do for your life, to continue your life on. We also do rituals for the rites of passage. So when people who are boys and girls that are ready to marry, they go in as well. They go in and they learn who they are first, and they also learn what their purpose is, and they also learn about who they're going to marry sometimes. So this is like an initiation into our culture.
Okay.
It's an actual initiation. So most people come to do it. You don't have to if you don't want to. Obviously, it's by free choice, and you have to pay with food or offerings or anything that the shaman needs, anything that we need to keep the business going. And they often pay homage. We're very respected. So we don't need much in life. This is the way that we're taught to live, and we have our land. We are very connected to our land.
In what way?
We can feel and hear her talking to us about what she needs and where we need to go in order to be of service or to be to collect food. You know, sometimes to hunt or to collect food or to grow the cactus and to find things. So where the medicine is, she talks to us through the connection of the plants. In the Amazon, it's a full network of aliveness. They're all alive when you do enough, when you hold enough, or when you enter and do enough ceremony, especially for the work that we do. You can feel how alive the jungle is, and you can connect to the Great Spirit, and you also can connect to other beings. But the magic begins inside the jungle, where you learn that you are part of an entire network of beings that are all connected to each other and talking to each other. They talk to each other silently. and they tell each other information. And I can see the grids around the plants. Oh, this is a weird feeling to him. And my head is spinning right now.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, just let your head settle down now.
Okay, it's fine. I can handle it.
Okay.
I'm getting some sort of download.
Okay, well just let that come through.
I can.
Let it do what it needs to right now.
Oh my God, it's dizzy.
Just let me know if it's uncomfortable.
Can you feel it? Off me? Oh. It's like a bit like the spinny thing.
Are you
It's
okay with
happening
it?
last night. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. We're going for a spin. I am just going to put a line down, I think. It's not working. Why it's not working? That's okay. I'll just go through it.
What are you going through?
It's weird. Like my head is spinning, but it's not.
What are you feeling?
I don't know. I'm vortexing. It's like my body is spinning, but my head is still. That's weird, isn't it?
I don't think there's anything weird in this world.
Yeah, okay, right. My head's just going, my body's just going left and right, 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 left and right. I'm downloading something, sorry.
Okay, so is it this connection you have to the jungle that's bringing this feeling up?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
It's like grid systems around each and every tree. There's like a picture on top of them. They're like, like circuitry.
Mm-hmm.
There's circuitry on top of all plants, and inside the plant there's information inside the circuitry telling you what the plant's for, and what they're made for, and what they do, what medicines they are good for, like if it's for a cold, or if it's for the flu, or it's for the heart, or it's for the, whatever ailment there is.
Okay. So you can sense that just by looking at the plants?
Yeah, it comes out in, like we take the medicine, we take like mushrooms, and then we go for a walk. So we go for a, okay, that explains why I can do drugs and go for a walk. Okay, it's slowing down now.
Mm-hmm. Just let it keep doing what it needs to do. If it needs to come through, let it come through.
And they tell you, it's like a whisper. This is to make the hair grow longer, or this is to, stop the cold, or this is to help with the teeth. And you can feel on your body. They tell you by indicating, well, with me, they tell me through indications on my body what it's for.
So what kind of indications would you get on your body?
Like a pain, or a pressure, like around my head, or like what I feel now when I do readings. So I've done this before.
Okay. So when you get a pain from a plant, what would that tell you?
So if it's like a pain around, the back of my head, it might be for depression or sadness, around certain parts of the head. Things you could feel, like maybe a soft, warm feeling around the body, that might be for protection, for, dark energies or heavier energies. So that's good for ceremonies and stuff, and good for people like medicine people or people who are very sensitive to energies. Then they can put that on.
Okay.
So it's just, you kind of have to interpret it yourself and then test it
Yeah.
yourself.
So is that something you have to have the mushrooms for to sense, or can you sense that without those?
You can sense it without it, but when you go fossicking, when you go journeying through the forest with Great Spirit, you know that you are on a journey for a reason, and she's about to show you some magic. So it depends. It's like you're going out there like you're on a trip.
Mm-hmm.
It's yellow golden light.
What was that?
Just a beautiful yellow golden light coming through.
Where do you see that?
Around my head.
Okay. Is that a good feeling?
Yeah. Better than the one before.
Mm-hmm.
Not so full on. That was full on. I thought I was going on into the body spin like I did the first time. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where's that golden light coming from?
The sun. We know how to worship the sun. We get information from the sun. We sun gaze. Or we talk to the sun.
And how do you do that?
And I sit on top of the pyramid where we do most of our ceremonies and talk to the sun, or just sit on the earth next to the pyramid. And we ask her for information on our land, on where to, grow crops, because we have started growing crops, how to administer things. We talk to the sun. We don't need the medicine to talk to the sun. The sun is a library of information. She gives us information that we need to know for our people and our civilization. And we pass on the messages to the great chiefs or the administrators, we call them, of the tribe.
And how exactly do you ask these questions?
We ask them like we are talking to a great grandfather, like you are talking to a person through the heart and through your soul. So you've got to step outside of your physical beingness and you open your heart and your mind to her. Sometimes we go into trance purposely. We beat a drum or we smell the scent, the stick, and we go into meditation. And then we step outside of ourselves. We get outside of our own way, and we allow our body to be absorbed by her energies.
And then you ask your question?
Yes.
And then do you get a reply straight away?
Sometimes, yes.
And how does that
Most
come
of
to
the
you?
time. Through pictures in our head.
Okay.
She tells us, or he tells us, great grandfather talks. He is the life bringer. He brings life. So any questions you have about the beginning of life or starting life or the creation of life or creating more, you talk to him. And you talk to her, you talk to the goddess, to the moon, about things which are nurturing, which are to be laid to rest, about burial, about sacred space, about women. But the men, we do our dances, we learn our ceremonies through the sun, mostly. We don't do the moon dance. The women do the moon dance.
Yeah.
They learn by the fire. They learn how to connect with the moon and with their truer selves through the moon and through her energies. They get revitalized, whereas the men get revitalized through the sun energies.
Yeah.
And then we connect them to the earth.
Okay.
And then all the elements combine together in our society to make it run smoothly. So we're in charge of these ceremonies as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And have you been doing these ceremonies for a long time?
Yes, I've been taught since I was a child.
Okay.
Well, you have to be born into it to carry the lineage, or to carry the ancestral codes, to open those gateways to the other world.
So,
I smell a very strong smell, sorry.
what do you smell?
Like a wood and a grassiness.
Okay. Is that something coming from something near you?
Sweet. Yes, the
What-
ceremony that we're about to enter.
Okay.
It's coming out of the pyramid.
All right. So do you just want to move forward now? As if you're going to go into the pyramid, move forward into the pyramid, and then we'll see what's happening. Tell me what's happening when you get in there.
We're sitting around in a circle on mats, and we're holding hands. And we first do a prayer. Oh, I don't know what that was. A prayer. We open the circle through the elements and the sun and the moon. And then we drum. And then we chant. And we lay a great fire in front of us. And there are 2 new people in front of us. So we have a group of 5 or 6, and there's 2 new people. And we take the medicine and we pray on top of it, top of her, that I've just found in the jungle when we went for a walk.
Yeah.
And we're burning something over the top of it, like coals or some precious wood or something. We're praying over it so that we ask for the spirits that need to show us the way.
Do you have a specific intention for this particular ceremony?
Yes.
What is that?
I think there's someone that's sick. We're asking to reveal the way for his illness to go. He's got a fever, like he's caught something, but we don't know what it is. We've tried everything for the flu. Maybe they're requiring something stronger, like a frog medicine or something. Something that we've only heard about very recently.
Okay. And so what else happens?
We ingest it, the medicine, the mushroom, together with him, and we lay him down on the ground in the middle of the fire, between the fire, the altar, and there's something else, like water. We have water in the back of the pyramid. I don't know what that means. And we start chanting over the body and shaking leaves and shaking I have someone else next to me that's singing next to me. Rattling over. And you can see, the geometry on top of the body. Wow.
What does it look like?
It looks like circuitry, like a round circuitry. It's like the soul of the body is coming out. And it's got 2 arms. It's just a symbol. Yellow and green. And then what we do is we look inside that circuitry to see what's wrong. It is something the person has taken or eaten, ingested. It's going inside my throat, in through my belly, and it's going into my sacral, and it's dispersing. I think it's making the person sick. It's feeling sick, like they ate a poison.
Yeah.
Like a berry, a wrong berry or a poison. I can see thorns. I can see like a purple flower and thorns. Don't know what that means. Like a nettle. He's taken nettle. Poison nettle?
Mm-hmm.
Poison ivy. Oh no. Okay.
What's going on?
It was inside a tea he drank. And he can die from it. This is not... I can feel my tummy moving around. This is not an everyday problem. It's not an everyday thing. He could die from this. It's basically toxic for humans. So we will need to do a few things to connect to the soul, to ask the soul not to leave the body yet. Or we're asking the soul whether it's time for him to leave. I have a few spirit guides with me. An old man speaks.
What does he say?
He says not to worry. It will take time, but you must do it within 24 hours. He's indicating to me to go into the forest to grab something. A red berry, but it has to be a lot of red berries. And the berries have to be well cooked as well and mushed up, like beaten up.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's to ingest this first to stop the fever and to stop the poison from spreading in his body, because the body is turning colour. He says it's time to go now. There's no time to waste, so I have to break the circle.
Mm-hmm.
This is very unorthodox. This doesn't happen often.
Okay.
So I asked the other shaman to take over while I go with my feather. It says to go into the jungle to pick the red berries. He's showing me where to go, like a compass. It's like his head is moving on a dial. That sounds really weird, doesn't it?
No?
I can
okay.
see
Keep
it.
describing.
And he's moving from left to right on the left-hand side. Because you travel all across this area, this western area. I can see it now, and I'm walking towards it. Where there's a bush. A bush where they grow on top of the berries, on top of the bush, and you collect them. We're collecting them. There's seeds inside them, like black seeds in the middle.
Yep.
A big black seed. So I guess you have to extract the seeds. So I'm bringing them back to cook on the fire, and then to mush it up and take out the seeds.
Yep.
Extract it. And the boy's been there, I think, been sitting here like this for 2 hours already. They've been holding and keeping the body inside with the spirit. So it's been a long time already, 2 hours. And we're allowing him to eat and drink because we've put liquid with it, so it's easier to ingest.
Yeah. Okay, so then what happens?
And I'm feeling a lot better.
All right. So what happens next?
He stops, this fever stops, but he's in, it's like a cold sweat. And it stops and the body stops shaking because it's a continuous shivering that he's going through. And then he goes to sleep. So we make sure that so we complete our ceremony, our medicine ceremony, and we put him into bed. So grandfather tells me he needs to reset his body. So it takes 24 hours after to reset and to wake up and see what happens then. See what symptoms are left over, yeah? Whether the body's in pain still, or it's stopped the fever. It may not have stopped the poison. That's what we're worried about.
Okay, so let's move ahead a day. Let's move forward one day and then see what happens to the man. We're there now. Move forward a day and tell me what's happening.
We're checking his temperature. Sticking our mouth in his tongue. It's not very nice. Asking him how his belly feels. He says it's bloated. I can feel it's bloated. It's holding all the medicine. So we ask him to drink lots of water. But it's water that we've prayed around.
Yeah.
And it's water from the top of the spring, the mountain, where the air in the earth is the cleanest. So it's very special. It's water that we usually use for blessings.
Yeah.
And to shake off spirits. So, okay, so we're doing that now. We're going to be performing a spirit cleansing.
And how do you do that?
We have branches, our shakers, but also we have the sacred water that he drinks. We pray around it and then we place the branches in and we shake it over the body like rain on top while we sing. And then we use a special water. Inside our mouth. It's been anointed with oils. Or with, it's not oil. We didn't really know about oil. What is it? It's like a plant extract.
Yeah.
You know, you cook the flowers, or you cook the plant inside the water for a long time, and then you cool it, and it's an extract of all the different flowers and leaves and bark.
Yeah.
And it's a special medicine with like a bark, a few flowers. You can drink it, so it's not poisonous. So we spit over the belly because it's where the problem is, and it's where the spirit is holding on to the body, the dark spirit.
Yeah.
Because it's, we go into trance, and we find out that it's an old curse that someone has put on the boy from a long time ago. And we ask the curse to leave because it's manifested this way. It created itself this way. From when the boy turned into a man, that was the time it was supposed to happen.
And then what happens next?
And we ask the boy to breathe. Breathe through, I can see the snake. And the snake comes in to clear. He's like a cobra, I can see his head come up and his tongue come out. And he's floating and it's going over the boy's spirit, cleansing the energy from that area, from that chakra. And he starts screaming. He's starting to scream and yelp, kind of like a dog.
Yeah.
And he's shaking. His whole body's shaking while the medicine works, while the ceremony's working. And the snake sort of just, he's just creeping on through now, like a caterpillar.
Yeah.
It's cute. Okay, it's like his way of saying he's done the job.
Yeah. Okay. And so then what happens next?
He's thrown up. He threw up like this black and red, the medicine.
Yeah.
And like black stuff, like a vial. Like a greeny black. It's pretty, it's all bubbly. It's on the ground. And so he goes back to sleep. We put him back into bed. And his fever's down, his tummy's empty. And we lay him in the sun. I can see the sun. For him to recover. Well, good job.
So do you think it'll be a success?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's move ahead now. Let's move ahead to another important day in this life. We're moving ahead to an important day in this life, and we're there now. And tell me what you see happening.
There's a fire. Someone set fire to our village.
And what are you doing?
Helping to get the water barrels, get water out of the barrels to stop the fire. Or someone's come in from another village or something, we don't know, to set fire to our... It's half caught on fire.
The village has?
Yes.
Okay. And so you're trying to...
So we put all the women in one place and we're extinguishing the fire out.
Yeah.
Through the river, people running all the way. I see a line of people holding water in and out, up and back.
Yeah. And how old are you now?
I'm a lot older, 50, 60 years old.
Okay. Do you know what your name is? So if one of your villagers were to say your name, what would they say? Just allow yourself to imagine that now. What would they call you? What would they call you there?
What is my animal spirit? I have a name and an animal spirit. Nikala. Nikala. Nikala.
Nigala?
Medicine man.
Okay.
I can't see my animal yet.
So you have a spirit animal?
Yes.
What does that spirit animal do for you?
It embraces my power.
Okay.
I have a few.
So you're able to visualize what your medicine animal is? What is it?
It's a hawk.
A hawk.
A hawk? It's a bird. I can see it flying.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. But it has a tail. A longer tail.
Okay. Why does it have a longer tail, do
I
you think?
don't know. That's weird.
All right.
Doesn't exist, does it?
You're seeing it, so it must. All right. So what else is unfolding on this day? What else happens next?
And I can smell my smoke. And the wetness, the dampness. And the people crying. 1 or 2 people died. We were lucky because we came just in time. You know, the elders came right in time to start the water. Start. But someone had already started taking out the fire.
Yeah.
It was a case, so someone's telling me it was revenge from our next door because of land. Because they say we are travelling on their land.
Mm-hmm.
And that we have disobeyed the, what do you call it? The boundaries where we were supposed to be from their land to our land. But we've run out of things on our land, so we had to venture and to share. And we've told them that we're happy to exchange, but they're not so open about their way. They are mistrustful because they've been betrayed before, I think.
Yeah.
They had a trading partner, so to speak. So we trade a lot of things. We trade a lot of herbs, and we trade a lot of meats and furs with people, and with our people, with other people. We're all one, so we all don't. And we make friends. So this is our way of. I don't go along all the time. This is the work of the chiefs and the elders.
Yeah. Okay.
But sometimes they bring me along to help people if they don't have a medicine man or they don't have availability to medicine. Then I come along or I get introduced. And I'm introduced to a medicine woman that I've known before.
What do you mean before?
I've met her before.
Where have you met her?
In this other village. I don't know how we met, but this is the first time I've been here. And I met her and she says we are supposed to meet. She's younger and she's seen me in her visions.
Have you ever seen her in your visions?
I have dreamt of someone, yes.
Okay.
She's very short. Well, I'm very tall.
Yeah.
I don't know which way it is. And she tells me that we are to exchange medicine or exchange knowledge. on our medicines, and that their people were afraid of our people because we were reported to be warriors or reported to be warlike, and so they attacked us first because of what we did as well. So I'm coming along as a treaty. We're trying to give them offerings and gifts and say that this can't stop. This has to stop.
Yeah.
This can't be happening. I don't think there were 2 people killed. Maybe they were wounded, or we would not have done this, right? This is not on, and we want to make a treaty, which we should have done before.
Yeah. Okay.
We want to write a treaty together to exchange things and to exchange goods. And as at the beginning, we've decided to give them fruit and pelts.
Yeah. All right. So now let's leave that scene and let's move forward to the last day of this life in the lifetime you're watching. We're moving forward to the last day of the life in this lifetime. You're coming into the scene now, and you're there. Tell me what's happening.
I'm laying in my house.
Is there anyone with you?
No.
You're on your own?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel?
Tired.
You know how old you are now?
70-something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And how do you feel that you've lived your life?
The way that I was asked to live my life.
Which is what?
In service.
Okay. Do you have any regrets about anything you did?
Not at all.
No?
Nothing. I feel very strong still, though. It's very funny. Like, my body feels quite strong, but my mind is being something's going on with my mind.
Like what?
Like I'm forgetful or something.
Okay.
Something's happened where I don't remember as much.
Yeah, but you feel strong.
I don't remember people sometimes.
Yeah. But you feel quite strong.
Yes.
Okay. And what do you think's going to happen next? Where do you think you go?
I go back to the sun. I go back to the earth. I go back to the mother. And I come back out again. And I will probably be in service again. I am very grateful of the life that I have lived.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I have not fathered children or been with a woman, we don't often have wives.
Yeah.
Because we're so busy, I did have one, I think, earlier on. Well, I had tried.
Yeah.
Didn't work out. And I was happy to have passed on the teachings to a younger boy that I'd started 10 years ago. So he's following tradition. He's now a medicine man.
Yeah, okay. So now just draw your last breath in this life. Drawing your last breath in that life, and then you move through to the other side, and you can let go of that life. And tell me, as you move through the transition, tell me as you look back at the life, how do you feel you lived that life?
With purpose and with love. And I was in duty, and I trusted everything that was happening from the day I was born.
Yeah.
I felt confident and strong, and I always trusted Spirit to bring me what it was I needed. I did not really fail once. So I had a good name. I felt at peace with myself.
Yeah. What do you feel you learnt? What were the major lessons of the life?
I did wish that I had a connection with someone more. I felt alone. So because of who I was and the traditions, I had another shaman friend as well.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much my best friend.
Yeah.
But I didn't have, and I had the elders and the respect of the elders. They were also consulted and consulting, but they weren't friends. They were and they weren't. They didn't understand. So I learnt that I could do without others to believe in me. I had to believe in myself.
Yeah. Okay, so if you were to go into another life, what would you like to work on in that other life or do differently from this life?
To connect to community, to connect to people better.
Yeah. How do you...
Because I was very shy as well as confident.
Okay.
It's a very strange mix. As a medicine man, you can't reveal a few things to many people. They don't understand.
Yeah.
So I'd like to connect more with people.
How do you think you'd go about doing that?
To be open and to communicate and to foster friendships.
Yep. Okay. Well, that's something that you can work on in the next lifetime, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you so